I think that it just depends. My dad was kind of the same way. Is that like my family, like remember I've told people like my family's like extremely like ridiculously wealthy. It was even more the case whenever and this is like my dad's side of the family, not my mom's side of the family. Like basically everybody in like on my dad's side of the family, as far as I know, is like a multi-millionaire, at least. So like they grew up in like, you know, big, you know, he grew up in like a big mansion in like New York and everything like that, and then pretty much Oilers? No, not Oilers. Why didn't I help you? I don't know. The thing is, like, yeah, I don't know. I've always been like kind of on my own in a way, and I never asked. The truth is that's one reason is I never asked. Speedwagon Foundation? Yeah, there you go. A rich family, it doesn't help me out either. Well, yeah, I mean, like, I don't like to say, like, what some of them do or anything like that, but, yeah, I mean, they're very, very well connected, and they know a lot of people, and they're, you know, wealthy and everything like that. And to me, like, fuck. Am I gonna get past these guys? Yeah, I am. So they're criminals? No. None of them are criminals at all. Let me think. No. No, a lot of them are all, like, very much like Republicans, so they're very much law and order, you know? Law and order Republicans. All my rich family members are criminals, that's why I assumed. Yeah. Republicans aren't law and order, LMAO. Really? Like, you don't know, like, the, like, I don't know, whenever I say that, like, I'm not gonna get baited by such a stupid comment. Never mind. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, like, a lot of that stuff is, it's like, it's probably good that I didn't grow up that way. Because if I did, I think I probably would be an even bigger scumbag than what I am. Because, like, they might not be criminals, I totally would have been. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, every single time that I see people, like, I made myself a promise that after, you know, my mom passed away, like, I was not going to be a scumbag anymore. And it really hurts, man. Because I see all of these people just, like, doing these scams in crypto. And it's like, oh my god, I could scam people so well. And you could make these NFTs. And like, you could, oh my god, like, you could get, like, get these groups of people with, like, NFTs together, like, install keyloggers on their computers with exe files, and, like, make them new NFT programs, steal their passwords. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, oh man, like, I would just be, I would wake up every morning ready to work for 15 hours a day. And it will never happen. Would you trade your soul for gold? I don't know if people have souls. You're actually a menace to society? Well, that's why I don't do it. It's not that easy to do, my man. It is if you spend all day, every day doing it, and it's all you think about, which is exactly what I used to do. Yeah, you'd be surprised what 100% focus on something would be. Start an insurance company? That's legal fraud? I mean, look, whatever works. But yeah, I'd probably be in jail, to be fair. Because I would probably fuck up, or I would get overconfident, or something like that. I would probably be in jail. Yeah, doing bad things is easy. That's no revelation. In a way, like, I don't know, like, depends. Let's be real, the only experience you have scamming people is in MMOs, just saying. Well, if I had experience in scamming people and other things, you think I'd be talking about it on Twitch? Of course not. So you're totally right. Can I jump over these guys and not get aggro? Yes, I can. Easy GG. Trimming armor 1 million GP. It's crazy to me whenever you find people that are like that gullible, because you will, like, you do it all the time. It's unbelievable to me. I bro about dudes with fake Tinder accounts. Yeah, there's a lot to that. You gonna watch The Matrix 4? Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, absolutely. Let's start with a Tinder account. There's a lot of ways you can make money off of dumb people on the internet if you're willing to give up every sense of self-respect that you have. Where the fuck is these items, man? God, I hate this game. This game sucks so much dick. Apparently why some scams have awful spelling and error. Yeah, so that's actually really true. This is something that sometimes I use. You ever have Tinder? I have never used any dating app in my entire life. Never. Thank you for your service. Yeah, except Twitch, yeah. Yeah, you did MySpace. Well, I didn't really use that as a date. I mean, like Tinder or Bumble or Christian Mingle, Farmers Meet, Grindr, any of these. But yeah, I never have. Farmers only, yeah, there it is. How do you know about Grindr then? I mean, I know about lettuce. It doesn't mean I eat lettuce. I probably should Tiger Panda, but I want to kind of save that for now. I'm going to do the other ones. Mythic. Okay, so I need this gun. Then I need heroic. Okay, I need to do both of them. Guess I'll just do it first. It was on Tinder for weed. People meeting up just for a sesh. Oddly wholesome. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like, to me, like, the reason why I never did is I was like, okay, if a girl can date any guy that's on this app, why would it ever be me? And like, it sounds kind of like a bad thing to say, right? It's like depressing to say that. But like, that was the way I looked at it. So that's actually why I never got the app. So you're smart? Yeah, exactly. Feel the same way? Yeah. Just link them your stream. I'm sorry to tell you, man, but if you get a girl that's gonna date you because you're popular or something like that, that's not a girlfriend, that's a prostitute. She's dating you for money or for some sort of thing. Yeah, that's the last thing you want to deal with, man. How's that a bad thing? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. Then monetize her? Yeah. Set her up with an OnlyFans. You're always paying for it one way or another? I don't really think so. Yeah, like I can see what you're saying, but I don't look at it that way. Shouldn't feel like you're paying for it? Yeah. One second. Oh, life on Tinder, you never know, man. Yeah, I don't know, like that, but like that was the whole reason why I didn't do it, right? It's not like anything else. My profile picture is my checking balance. Yeah, well the thing is, like my, you have to understand, like I kind of have the Exodia or the Infinity Gauntlet of not being dateable, right? Especially like back then. Live with my mom, no job, plays video games all day. Bad personal hygiene, never wants to go outside. You see what I'm saying? Like I do genuinely, yeah, the tweet, exactly. Only spoken of in legend. No job, what the fuck? Well, no, I'm talking about like back whenever I was, like I mean like 5 years ago or like 7 years ago or something like that. I'm not talking about like today or yesterday or last week. Neat lifestyle of the gods. Yeah, I mean like I was just an Omega neat. This boss drops what I need, right? Yeah, he drops the gun and then I can go out and reset. It's gonna drop for sure, by the way. I can just feel it. Tomorrow, 100%. Farm when I moved out, farmed some money, doing 24, I went hard on Tinder. Oh, also I'm missing most of my teeth, right? Usually a negative. Yeah, another negative there. Most? Yeah, well back then it was pretty much, it was like, it's funny because like I used to always get sick whenever I would eat, because I would always eat my food really fast. It's just like what I naturally do. And then enough of my teeth fell out that I couldn't eat my food that fast anymore because it just took me longer to chew everything because it would hurt more, right? And so then I stopped getting sick eating my food. And I was like, damn, okay, this is, you know, this is a silver lining for everything. And now, since I've gotten some of my teeth fixed, now I eat my food fast again and it makes me sick again. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Who initiated tooth problems? both me and like I have very bad genetics. Like my mom's teeth were really bad. My dad's teeth were not particularly great. I drink soda constantly, and I had a lot of fillings that came out, and I didn't have money to get them replaced, and so like the tooth was exposed and it just rotted out. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I mean, soda drinking, that's on me. You know what I mean? That's not anybody else's fault. I only fixed one side of my mouth because it's the side of my mouth that people see on stream. I didn't fix the other side because it was like, well, people don't really see this side of my face, so like, why does it really matter? Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to kill this guy too. Had a molar extractor. There's a gaping hole of blood inside my gum right now. Yeah, I've had all my molars pulled out. I do brush every day though. Swabbing the decks on the Titanic, you know? You know, backstory of a classic Batman villain, dude? Yeah. Yeah, I just don't think that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, the way I live, as I said, like the way I live is not, nobody should live the way I live. It's very bad. Alright, please give me the fucking dagger. There it is, boys. Thank fucking God. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. What a day. What a day. If it's sooner and later, now they're gonna split the ridge and jaw. I don't know. I just don't really think about it. I've gotten very good at like not giving a shit about stuff. Let me see if that, yeah. Please give me the sword. Just give me the fucking sword. I'll never come back and kill you again. Alright. To address our health issues, don't leave them for later. I'll come up again and be 10 times worse. Yeah, that's what I hear that a lot. Let's go over and do this one. Okay, so after I do this, alright, I want to do the New World stuff after that. What makes you happier? Nothing. I just like playing video games. Hanging out with the boys, that's it. That's all I want to do. That's it. To be honest, like, it sounds like fucking psychotic, but like scamming people used to make me so happy. I would love doing it. But I don't do it anymore. It's like basically every bad thing would make me happy. And every good thing was boring. Graduating college tomorrow, so thank you for countless nights of enjoyment. Oh shit, congratulations, man, that's awesome. Just make your own NFTs. Yeah. It's like saying killing people in game is killing people IRL. I mean, Kalani, I feel like you think you know more about me than, like, you never met me. I don't know what you look like. But you seem to have a better understanding of my life than I do. Just go ahead and just slow it down, man. Did you play Silk Road in the day? No, I did not. I had friends that did though. It was one of their favorite games. Scamming in game is not the same as scamming IRL? Well, of course it's not. It depends on like what you mean though. Like, I mean, the thing is like you can scam people for real money in a video game. And like real money, that's kind of real life. I mean like scamming in real life is a little bit different. It's hard to do like in person, right? But it depends on what it is. Okay. Found in any port, Zackrawrr inside the Tortolan Inn. Man, fuck that. Okay, so... Wait, where the hell am I supposed to... Oh, I went all the way over here. I fucked up. Honestly, tired of people acting like playing games isn't the same as spending time in real life. Like, it kind of is. I mean, the thing is, like, scamming people in a video game, I don't really think is that big of a deal. Like, it's not good, but it's like, I do not think that this is equivalent or congruent with, scamming people in real life. Like, they're both bad, but one is just a lot different. Nah, man, it's the same. I don't know how you could think that, to me. Because I think it's so totally different, in my opinion, because, like, one thing is, like, you're scamming people out of, like, a virtual currency that has, like, no real-world value. And the other one, you're scamming people out of something that they could use to, like, pay their rent or they need to live their life. Like, they're just two completely different things. Is the same attitude? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that, like, scamming people out of real money is, like, a lot worse than scamming people out of video game gold. Like, I will not... I'm not gonna hear how it's the same thing. It's not. Let's go over here. Where the fuck do I need to go? Over here. Kill the pig. Probably people that bought the gold. Yeah, maybe. Oh shit, I can't go in through here. Okay, do I need this guy? Yeah, I do. What is this I'm getting from him? A cloak. Oh, thank God. Please give me the cloak. This is exactly what I needed. Give me the cloak. Piece of fucking shit. Well, I'll be back here tomorrow. Probably not, actually. What do you think about Peo as a streamer? I think he's awful, man. I hate Peo. He's the worst person ever. Don't clip that and tell him that, though. Like, God, please don't tell him that. Yeah, he's so bad. Like, Jesus, man. Okay, do I need anything from this guy? Sinister Wicker Talons. And that's an L. Warcraft story's been good so far? Oh, I'm glad. Why'd you delete all videos from your main channel? I didn't. Videos get deleted over time. Like Twitch VODs have an expiration date, and since I haven't streamed for a while on the main channel, they just expired. That's all. The fuck do I get in here? Why do these mobs have so much health? That was annoying. He just spams people in his chat every 2 minutes for no reason. Look, he plays classic WoW. He probably had a very good reason to ban them and he deserved it. Okay, how the fuck do I get in here? Candle buff? A candle buff? The fuck? Upstairs? Yeah, it must be it. The eyes still follow you. I was trying to see like if any of these have been replaced with fruit. Okay. Let's get it. I hated this boss whenever it was out. Like it was like actually the worst boss in the world. Shampoo is entertaining. I think a lot of people get mad. Like the thing is, to me, like if somebody is annoying to me or I just don't like them, I don't like what they're saying, I just ban them from my chat. I don't really think about it a whole lot. I don't really anything. Like I don't like them. I just ban them. That's it. Yeeted and deleted. Alright, let's try to get the pole arm. Go down this way. Didn't know that you're a famed slayer of N'Zoth. Most impressive indeed. Oh, I know. The thing is, I'm also a famed slayer of Zackrawrr as well. I did both of them. The whole raid tier. It was really hard. Isn't it rough to always focus on negative things? I mean, back in the days, you played what you enjoyed and ignored all the whining and negativity from games and people. Are you talking about like me, or are you talking about like in like just in general with gaming? Yeah, generally I think people are just more attracted to that kind of stuff in general. I think also like for streamers, etc. It can be hard to just like shut out negativity because it's like it's happening to you, right? It might seem easy for the viewer to just like not talk about things or whatever, but you know, for the person who it's happening to, it's probably not it's not the same thing. And there's a lot of people that will say like, well, if I was streaming, I would not talk about it or whatever, but it's like, you're not streaming and you're not in a situation. All right, boys, here we go. What was my intention of speaking for you? I was trying to make the point doing things in game isn't the same as doing something IRL, that's all. No, that's not what you were doing. You were saying explicitly that I didn't, like, you were just being patronizing and rude and weird, man. It was obvious that's what you were trying to imply. There it is. Fuck yes, dude. Fuck yes, dude. Every time I kill a last boss, that's really good because that's less of the dungeon I have to do. Okay, mythic. I have to, oh fuck, I have to get this one too. Slightly different color. Infinite content, boys. Be psychotic to enjoy scamming a game. I don't think it is. Okay. Well, it's not a big deal to me. Negativity and criticism, blame are present in all sorts of media now. Yeah, for sure. And I think also people talk about it more because like a lot more of it is like directed specifically at content creators in a way that like people weren't really able to before. So like, for example, you know, if somebody wasn't happy about Michael Jackson back in like the fucking 90s, there wasn't really a whole lot that they could do about it. But like now you can like tweet at people and like people are more connected in general, so it's not the same thing. Like you're more exposed to it now than what you were before. And it's the same thing, like I bet, like, I don't know, for any of you guys that like recently graduated high school, like you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like social media probably is like a lot more present, and like the negativity that you get on social media probably like, or people like don't like you in school, and like that might carry over into like social media or something. I don't know, does that happen? Sadly, yes. Yeah, like I would expect that. Well, let you know that I agree with your tweet. Gandalf is greater than Yoda. What about Yoda and Dumbledore? Does Yoda destroy Dumbledore? So Tim the Tatman made a tweet. Oh, fuck. Is this going to just reset the fight? Yeah, it is. Let's wait for this to reset again. Hopefully it won't happen again. Who would win in a fight? Gandalf, Dumbledore, or Yoda? And like, I don't know what Tim did to bring these people into his community, but there's a lot of people in Tim's community that unironically thought that Gandalf would even struggle like defeating Yoda. Like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, is this a joke? Are you insane? Like, Gandalf is literally an immortal fucking super powerful literal angel, and Dumbledore is just like, Dumbledore is very powerful, but I don't think we'll probably ever see how powerful he used to be. Like, he's a very powerful wizard, like, for sure. But Gandalf is just a literal wizard sent from God. You know? Like... like... I mean, come on. And... is he powerful if he's dead? He didn't die, though. Like, the thing is, like, he was so powerful, and he was so important, that God literally brought him back to life. They didn't bring Dumbledore back. Yoda got fucking deleted. Fucking kill the Balrog, yeah. Gandalf can't even come close to Dumbledore, come on. So, like, what a lot of people that say that don't understand is that, so there's a lot of stuff that people don't really see in, like, the movies, right? But, basically, Gandalf is not a human. Gandalf is a Maiar spirit that was sent by the equivalent of the Titans, I guess, in WoW, to stop Sauron. And his goal is not to stop Sauron, but more or less to inspire the people of Middle-earth to stop Sauron. So part of his responsibility was that he was not supposed to use any of his real power, and also, like, he was just downgraded in general. Like, he was not as powerful as he he was not as powerful as he truly is because of that. So, like, not only is he willfully downgraded, but on top of being willfully downgraded, he's also not using his power at all. He's a pacifist? Yeah, he's basically a pacifist. So what do I do now? Do I just die? I think I just die. Maybe they'll go away. If it kills me, I'll have to figure out how to avoid this. Oh, there we go. Oh, never mind. I wasn't paying attention. Even Saruman, his superior, was afraid of him. I feel like it's not really fair to say Saruman was afraid of him, but I know Gandalf, like, Saruman envied Gandalf. What could Gandalf do at his strongest? Well, I mean, for an example, like, he stopped the Balrogs. So Balrogs are also Maiar spirits as well, which are, like, the equivalent of, like demigods, kind of. Actually, like, maybe not demigods, I don't know, like, something like that. Basically, they're basically, like, fallen angels. Like, it's simple, yeah, they're fallen angels. And, like, even in like, the story, he was able to stop the Balrog's sword just with his staff, and that was also as Gandalf the Grey. And as Gandalf the White, he was even more powerful. So it's like, especially against, like, Yoda, you think to yourself, like, okay, what's more powerful? A gigantic flaming sword from a fallen angel, or a lightsaber? And, oh, by the way, the sword is bigger than a car. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even remotely close. Didn't Gandalf own one of the Elven rings? Gandalf had Círdan the Shipwright's ring, which was supposed to inspire hope. And people, I think, and people theorize that's why, what do you call it? That's why the like, fellowship was much more intact whenever he was there. Is because of the effect of that ring. Was Gandalf afraid of the Witch King, though? because the book, or sorry, the story, the movie, excuse me, retconned that. That's not really part of the, it was not in the books. It's not canon. And to be fair, like, that scene was it was a deleted scene. I think that they did that because, like, here's really the truth, right? Is that Gandalf beat the Witch King in the book? Well, he didn't just beat the Witch King, he beat all of the Nazgul put together at the same time in the book. So, when just flathering the mortar? I don't know. Khadgar Gandalf? It's hard to say, right? But, no idea there was this much backstory? Yeah, there's a lot. Like, you'd really be surprised. There it is. Okay, good. That's that negativity, flexing. I just, you're weird. Okay. I remember that Shelob was a hot goth chick. Yeah, I don't remember that exactly, but like, considering how easy Medivh was possessed by Gandalf, regularly fights Sauron. I feel like the thing is, like, the parallels between like WoW and Lord of the Rings are pretty easy. Sauron is clearly like Archimonde or Kil'jaeden. Sargeras is clearly Melkor or Morgoth. I mean, you take that as you will. Velen is the closest thing that we have to Gandalf in Lord of the Ring, or sorry, in World of Warcraft. Sauron is a fallen Maya. Gandalf and the others are true Maya. Gandalf didn't fear him. He was disgusted and disappointed by him. No, I don't think that's true at all. I think that it was very well stated in like not just Lord of the Rings, but in general, and I think like also added works, that Gandalf was actually afraid of Sauron, and the reason why Manwë sent Gandalf as like, because Manwë is one of the Valar, and he was the one who actually sent Gandalf to Middle-earth, and the reason why he sent Gandalf was because he was afraid of Sauron. Who's Morgoth again? Morgoth is one of the Valar as well. Yeah, he's like the equivalent of like he's like the fallen, it's like Lucifer or Sargeras, right? Like one of the most powerful beings who's been corrupted, or it was more or less by like ego in that case. Sauron's like Lucifer? Yeah, I mean, obviously. Impression that he feared what he represented to balance the entity. Appreciate him nitpicky and I'm less red on it. Yeah, like my understanding was like that not only was this was like Gandalf afraid of Sauron, but he explicitly was sent there because he was afraid of Sauron by Manwë. Melkor is Morgoth. Well, the thing is, like, Melkor became Morgoth whenever he fell as a Valar, and the elves gave him the name Morgoth, in the same way that Satan and Lucifer have different names. You know all the shit? I don't know all the shit, but I know some of it. Silmarillion explains Sauron fall in the First Age. Wasn't he a Black Númenórean? Well, no, he was a Maiar spirit that followed Melkor. And I think didn't he corrupt the Númenóreans? I don't remember exactly. It's been quite a long time. Yeah, he did, and like, yeah, and that's why the Mouth of Sauron is a Númenórean. That's what's understood, and I think he disguised himself as an elk, as an elf. Melkor's the same as Sauron, isn't it? No. Melkor is like Sauron is like the Lich King, and Melkor is the jailer. Like the Melkor is like the difference between Aragorn and Sauron. The power difference there is the same power difference between Sauron and Melkor. What about things below, like where the Balrog and Moria came from? There's a lot freakier shit down there, Lovecraftian. Yeah, I think that, I think it was probably something that was, it could have just been like alliteration, or, I think some stories are sometimes better whenever you add in elements of it that are not fully explained, because it makes people feel like it's even bigger than what it is. Have you seen the jailer death animation? Yeah, I have. Where's the movie about Melkor? If I can have, like, the Lord of the Rings can add in as many politically correct virtue signal things as they want into the new series, just give me the fucking scene where Fingolfin fights Melkor. Give me that scene directed by, fucking, let me think, Zack Snyder. And I will forgive everything else. Is Sauron as powerful as Gandalf? No, Sauron is more powerful than Gandalf. On Zack Snyder? No, I think it would be the best. Fuck off, that'd be terrible. Yep, I thought about it. Let's see, what else do I need to do? I'll go do one more thing, then we're gonna start the New World stuff. New YouTube channel called Nerd of the Rings, detailed videos explaining everything from the books. Yeah, there's that one, People of Middle-earth, or Men of Middle-earth, and there's like a number of other channels that I've like watched over the years. Actually, I'll just take the fucking Dalaran Hearthstone. Actually, no, I won't. I just saw something. New World ball sucking time. True. You really hate this game? Yeah, of course. That's why the thing is, like, I played it for 30,000 hours, so I can know exactly every single thing that's wrong with it. That's why I've done it. So I can figure out in the most precise way of why I hate it. Snyder's a very good director and people wouldn't get out of his way. I think that there are just some directors and people that are really good at certain things. You know, and like stylized fight scenes, I think he does a really good job. Did you hear about the writer of Game of Thrones freaked out an HBO crew for wanting to cut the last season short? No, I didn't really see that. I think that, I mean, they just fucked that whole thing up. There's nothing else really to say about it. I think the new fucking House of Dragons or whatever is gonna be garbage too. The only reason the first 4 seasons were good is because they just went off the source material. The moment that they diverged from the source material, the show went into the garbage. It's because those two fucking showrunner guys aren't the ones that are the fucking world-renowned, you know, Omega last boss of nerds like George R. R. Martin is, who fucking has been writing books longer than they've been alive, and it takes them longer than they've been alive to write one book. Big surprise, they weren't able to come up with a good ending. Like, it is what it is. They'll revisit those episodes again whenever the book's finally released? No, they're not going to do that. They probably shouldn't. Just move on. Ham-fisted the last season because they got offered the new Star Wars trilogy, but lost that because of Season 8 backlash. That's just a lot. I don't know. It's just stupid. HBO blew up $1 billion IP because they wanted to subvert audience expectations. Absolute losers. No, I don't think that's the case at all. I think that whenever he finishes the books are going to have relatively the same ending, and it's going to make 1,000,000 times more sense. The problem is not that the ending happened. The problem is that the ending wasn't properly... I think that for a lot of stories and things like this in general, you should be able to predict the ending. Right? Whereas, like, especially with, like, Bran being the king, there's no way someone could have predicted that. Yeah, it was the execution that was bad. It should make sense. Israel not going to finish. Gives Mac a backlash for finishing it properly, and everyone will hate it if he goes the SJW route. I don't think that either one of those things are even... I don't think either of those things exist in the same universe. Like, I don't know what universe you're living in. Packing was the last 2 seasons. Yeah, the thing is, like, that's what I was saying, is, like, it wasn't just the last season, it was the last 3 seasons, in my opinion. I think that people forgave Game of Thrones because they had really, really good parts, too. Like, all of the battle scenes and everything like that were just insanely good. Like, everything about them was fucking amazing. But, it was the other stuff that sucked. Season 6 was great. I don't think it was really that good. What season is Battle of the Bastards? That was season... I think season 7? I don't remember. I feel like that was like really 6. Was it 6? Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to even remember. Yeah, it must have been 6 because then, yeah. Seven was in a dragon, got killed, yeah. Feminism destroyed the show, unironically. How do you think feminism destroyed the show? Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, I want to know. Battle seems really bad the last season's out. I don't think that they were that great, but I felt like the Clegane battle was really good. Like, that was exactly what it should have been. I felt like that was like one of the only good endings. Clegane Bowl, yeah, dude. Dark Knight was too dark. It was just a stupid ending. Oh, Hound's character? Yeah, he was one of my favorites. I sort of wish Clegane Bowl happened in open field, witnessed by many. Yeah, maybe. Like, that's what happened with, like, Robert Baratheon and, Rhaegar Targaryen, for sure. That would have been cheesy. Yeah, I think so, too. I think it was... Honestly, I feel like it was perfect. Got him. Cersei's ending was terrible as well. My assumption of what was going to happen... So, like, this is what I thought was going to happen at the end of Game of Thrones. And, obviously, like, some of this happened. Like, this is what I had predicted in, like, Season 4. Like, I thought that... Oh, wait a second. This is my chance. I can maybe get my cloak here. Alright, guys, here we go. Please don't make me do this dungeon again. Alright, see you tomorrow. Anyway, Prophecy of Cersei. Yeah, so like the thing is, like, so what I thought was going to happen at the end of Game of Thrones, the Clegane Bowl is pretty much exactly what I thought was going to happen. I thought that Jon was going to have to kill Daenerys. I thought that they were... I pretty much predicted that they were going to fall in love, which made sense, right? Because of the like, I thought that Jon was a Targaryen. Even back then, it just made sense. Because I had read all of the information about it, and I was like, okay, this is probably what they're going to do. Especially with, like, the way that Ned acted, and it just seemed... It was, like, very out of character for him to have, like, even had, like, a, you know, a bastard son to begin with. And so I was like, yeah, probably this is what makes sense. And so I did assume that. It was a very popular theory. Yeah, a lot of people thought this. So I did too. And, wait, one sec. Okay, I gotta do these two. I thought that was gonna happen. And, I thought Jon was gonna have to kill Daenerys because Daenerys wouldn't let him fight the Night King. And she wanted to hold back all of the Night's Watch, and he was going to have to kill her because she was going to get everybody killed and then cause everybody to die to the Night King. And the reason why I thought that was going to happen is because, like, there was a lot of like, inside of the Game of Thrones universe, there's like the story of, like, this legendary warrior Azor Ahai. And he was like this super powerful warrior, and the idea was that Jon Snow was like the reincarnated Azor Ahai, right? Azor Ahai, I forgot to even say his name, right? But he was the reincarnated version of him. Melisandre refers to him as that. Not really refers to him as that, but like kind of alludes to that in the books, and then also, what do you call it? There's like a lot of other parallels too, like that the legendary warrior was born under a fallen star, and then Jon Snow was born under right under the sword Dawn, and like that sword was that was like Sir Arthur Dayne's sword, and that was made by a meteorite that was supposed to be as powerful as Valyrian steel. So, like, it seemed very obvious that it was put together this way. So, and also, so, oh yeah, anyway, so he had to kill his wife. The legendary warrior had to kill his wife in order to quench his sword, because every single time that he tried to quench his sword with water, it would break. And so the only way that he could actually quench the sword was to stab it through his wife's heart. And, that's why I thought Jon was going to have to kill Daenerys, as like kind of a metaphor to that. And so I had predicted Jon to kill Daenerys. That seems like it would make sense, right? For sure. And that's what's supposed to happen. Yeah, for sure. I thought Cersei was going to, in the process of that, blow up. I didn't think that. I thought that she was going to do like she was going to try to blow everything up, right? I had kind of predicted that to happen, but I didn't think that she was going to do it as early. And I thought Jaime was going to kill Cersei to prevent her from blowing everything up, the same way as he prevented the Mad King. And that would also fall under the under like what's it called, the prophecy that Cersei got whenever she was a kid from like the witch. And then Jaime, I thought that it would either be Jaime or Jon that would be the king at the end. Maybe Tyrion, but I didn't really think so, because I thought that would be a little bit too cliche. I want Gendry to be king. Yeah, I mean, that would have been kind of interesting, but I think also kind of out of left field. Would have been too predictable, yeah. Okay, Bald Razor. Give me the sword. Alright. Jon Snow is a new Night King, Arthas ending, etc. Well, that would make sense. Jon Snow could have been the new Night King. That could have worked, because wasn't it like the 7th or the 13th commander of the Night's Watch is the Night King? And he was converted into being the Night King by the Children of the Forest. The 13th, yeah. What? Yeah, yeah. No? The Night King was a show-only edition. He doesn't exist in the books? I don't know if that's entirely true. That's a theory. Night King was in the books. My understanding was that the Night King was alluded to in the books, but not explicitly in the books in the same way that he was in the show. Is it like he was still like assumed to be there, but he wasn't a screen presence? Doesn't exist in the books yet. Yeah, that's kind of what I had assumed. This king behind the wall, called the Night's King, no relation to the Night King. Yeah, I don't know about that. Night King is no, it's not the name, but like what I'm saying is like the leader of the White Walkers. Like what I'm saying is like there was the source of the White Walkers. Like my understanding was that there was a source alluded to, but it wasn't like outwardly like on screen the same way it was in the books. I don't know if I can get over here. Fuck. Yeah, I'll have to go down. Should I just do this? They didn't even have Lady Stoneheart in the show. It's too dark for the show, man. It's just too dark. The thing is, like, whenever you have a book that's really, really long, you can spend more time developing, like, more characters. How so? I think that what they were trying to do is... I think it would have added, like, there's a lot of things in a show, I guess. I think it would have added an element of like unnecessary ambiguity. Because like whenever you're making something for like a large audience like that, having things like, and this is kind of like what happened whenever, what's his name? Fucking Ramsay raped Sansa, right? Is like this would work kind of more in a book, but it upsets a television audience. I think that's kind of what would happen. I don't know, does that make sense? I'd rather dark than shitty ending. Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. Rape is upsetting, it makes sense. Well, the difference is like people were upset that it happened on the show, right? I mean, I know obviously it's upsetting, sure, but what I'm saying is like people did not like that it was in the show, period. Oh, I didn't get either one of them. Another colossal waste of time. Stop portraying rape because it definitely didn't happen. No, the thing is like Storm, like what you're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that whenever you're making a oh man. Whenever you're making a show, there's a certain amount of like moral nuance and things like that that some people think is too far. And I think that that's just people thought it was just too far, right? Is like you just can't have a certain level of moral nuance in some things. And like even if it is real or like this is what used to happen, etc., you know, some television audiences might not really want to see it. Or get upset about having to see it, maybe. Two examples in The Boys in the comic. Starlight gets raped by Homelander in the show. David just flashes her. I think there's a lot of examples where like things get toned down because it's just like I think also like another reason is because whenever you have the emotional investment in like a person, like right, Sansa in the show is a person, like you know that person. Like the book, it's just like a line of words, right? So it's a lot more real to people. Daenerys was raped in first season though? Yeah, you're right, but people didn't have 6 seasons to love Daenerys at that point. Oh, I didn't see that one. So like if it had happened to a random character, it wouldn't have mattered. But if it had happened to a character that people liked a lot, then it would be different. Then people would say don't watch the show, you know? I think that like at certain points you're kind of fighting against like human behavior. It's the same thing I say like with video games. Remember what I was saying before about how like streamers, it's always a better idea for streamers not to talk about how hard streaming is. Even though there are things that are hard about streaming, it's never a good idea to open up about that kind of stuff to an audience because it will cause people to resent you. It's not about if it's right or not, it's about if it is or not. Like there are certain things that are, they just are. And it doesn't matter like what should or should not be or anything like that. This is just what people are going to do. Like social consensus, yeah. We're starting to bring up politics. I think that streamers, people are generally okay with streamers bringing up politics as long as the people agree with the streamers' political takes. That's it. I think that's the same with anybody. You know, if people are glad or people agree with you, then they're like, wow, I'm glad that somebody else is saying it. You know, he's putting his, you know, he's using his position for good. And if they're not, they're saying the opposite. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, I had to get take a piss and get 2 different Reese's peanut butter cups. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying before? Oh yeah, yeah. So like, it doesn't mean like streamers obviously still go through shit and everything like that. From, you know, it's like, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Money solves some problems, but it doesn't solve other problems. And I think that like, it makes dealing with some problems a lot easier. And you can obviously say like, well, you know, like this, that, or the other thing, right? Yeah, true. Like, that's definitely what it is. But there's a lot of people out there who money is the main problem in their life. Like, if you look at like, you ask somebody like, what's holding you back from like getting what you want or doing what you want, it's something that probably has to do with money. And especially for young guys. Like, young guys are mainly limited by money. They're not limited by time. They're young. They don't have a lot of responsibilities. They're not limited by their body. They're young, you know, so they don't have to worry about that. So that's the main thing that they're limited by, is money. It makes sense. Like, I'm 31 now. In the grand scheme of things, I'm a maybe still at least like a young guy-ish, but I'm becoming a middle-aged fucking boomer. Don't worry, oh, fuck. Yeah, I am. Anyway, whenever I was a young guy, let's say at, 22, 23 years old, the biggest problem that I had in my life was money. And if I had a lot of money, that would have solved 9 out of 10 of all my problems. And as I got older, I inherited new problems and had new problems come up, right? Especially with like my mom's health. That was like the biggest one that I just had to deal with all the time. And that's pretty much what it is. So whenever you have like a streamer, let's say, who is 25 or 30 even, and I think that like as you become older, like my audience is a lot older now than it was maybe 5 years ago. It makes sense. And I think that the streaming audiences are older now than they were 5 years ago in general. They have gotten older, and I think people that consuming the content have gotten older, and they will continue to get older because the people that are consuming it now will get older and they will continue consuming it. So I think that as more of my audience becomes older, you guys probably have careers now. You finished college, a lot of you have, or you're about to. You've got a job lined up, or you've had a job for a while. You have a career now. You can relate more to what I would be saying here. And if I had said the same thing 5 years ago, there would be a lot more caps, a lot more nah bros, a lot more nah, that's all there is to it, man. But I know, like, for my friends, a lot of my friends now are into their careers. A lot of my friends now have good, well-paying jobs where they can take care of themselves and, in some cases, their families. So, 25-year-old architect of content? Yeah, there you go, man. So what I'm saying is that, like, especially to a younger audience, having a streamer complain about the way that they feel or being depressed or something like that is just going to get zero sympathy. And not only is it going to get zero sympathy, it's going to get negative sympathy, because you're going to have the resentment from people that have to work a job at Denny's that makes them show up at 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon or whatever, and they're hearing some multi-millionaire 28-year-old streamer talk about how hard their life is. Well, to them, cry me a fucking river. Too bad. Suck it up, Buttercup. It's too bad. Doesn't matter. Do you think, since you do not care about that I don't have to worry about my mom anymore, am I more free? Yeah, absolutely. It was a huge drain on my life, a lot, and I'd give anything to have it back. I'll say that. So, but no, you're right. I definitely, I'm not naive or stupid. I know that. Yeah, it was probably the worst. It was the worst worst problem in my life. It was like just having to deal with that all the time, you know. And like I saw like a video of her the other day, and she was like just walking around the house, just like breathing super heavily, and it's like I remember that, and it just like gave me anxiety just listening to it again. It's just really, really bad. Are we good here? Are we good or what? That was kind of weird. I don't know why that happened. Yeah. But anyway, so it's like I understand that very well. I've had to deal with that very well, and it sucks, but it's something that I think most people, pretty much every person has to deal with, right? At a certain point, you have to deal with you know, your parents getting older, and it's just like one of those things that like you just can't get away from. So similar too, about same age too. Yeah, it's hard, man. It really is. And I can't really, I don't know about, honestly, I just spend all day playing video games, sleeping, jerking off, and streaming to distract myself from thinking about it. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know, like, I could talk about it, but I don't think it's really gonna, there's nothing good about talking about it. It's just depressing and sad. I just try not to think about it as much as I can, and focus on spending time with friends and everything, and just do whatever I can. See a therapist? I never have, but some people can. I don't know. Like, I don't really want to be honest with you. Does it feel weird to play WoW now? She's gone? Not really. I mean, like, it doesn't even really, it's just, it's weird. I don't know, like, I maybe, like, whenever I process my thoughts more, I'll be able to, like, explain it better. But it's really just hard for me to understand, like, what that feeling is that I have with it. I don't know. Society views death in a very unhealthy way, unfortunately. I mean, I think there's no healthy way to view it. I don't know. I mean, yeah. And somebody to talk to them, and you just talk to your friends that know you. Well, I don't know. It's very complicated. Mexicans celebrate death. Some religions and cultures celebrate the life. I mean, I try to do that too. And it's like, you know, seeing the struggle that she was in at the end, it was like, it was kind of a relief. It's like, it's finally over for her, right? She doesn't have to deal with this anymore, for sure. But it's hard to have that feeling and keep that in mind whenever you come home and it's like a month later and, you know, it's never going to be the same. I don't think you can really get away from that. Let's see. I don't want to do that. Fuck that. Fuck this. I'm not doing this. I don't need to do any of these either. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the New World stuff. Maybe a change of scenery. I don't think that... There's a lot of people that want to give me advice and like tell me what would work for them and everything. I appreciate this a lot, but I've always been my own person. No, don't do drugs. That's a fucking fact. More than anything. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs. At all. That's my advice to people. If you have to drink, and you know, if you have to drink and you want to smoke a little bit of weed, it's not a big deal. But I think it's better to not do it at all. Yeah, it's just it's better, don't do it at all. Don't have a kid without the means to take care of it. True and real. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this.